Hey guys, Farmer Jesse here. Today I have a different sort of video because it's not about a vegetable and it's not about a starch. It's actually about a protein, or sort of a protein. Anyway, let's do it. Alright, so the thing I want to talk about today is actually Parmesan cheese, but not the whole thing. I want to talk about the rind, but it's not Parmesan cheese like we think of it in America, not the stuff that comes out of the shaker that's already shredded. I think something like 40% of that in general is cellulose, which is wood pulp. Yeah, from wood. So, no, I want to talk about the stuff from Emilia-Romagna in Italy, the stuff that is legally Parmigiano Reggiano, because it is the most amazing ingredient. So it adds this sort of like saltiness to food, and it adds this sort of depth that you don't get from a lot of other ingredients. It's extremely important. So Hannah and I often splurge on the real stuff, which can be $25, $30 a pound. The problem with that is you get a fair amount of rind with your cheese, but the thing is, and you're paying for that. You're paying for that little bit of rind there too. But the thing is, it can be really good too, and it can be used in several different ways, so let me explain. First, shred your cheese all the way till your poor little shredder will stop working. You can go all the way into the rind, and the rind itself is technically edible. It's just really, really hard. Good. So the first thing to do is just save your rinds. You can keep them in the fridge for a while. If it's gonna be a really long time, I'd put them in the freezer, but you can save the rind when you shred it all the way down to it. The next thing is that you can put that rind, you could chop, maybe just make some smaller pieces and put a little bit in your soups, and your chilies, and your stews, and your stocks. Just add it in there, and if it doesn't melt all the way down, take it back out. It's actually edible at that point. It's kind of chewy. It's really tasty. It's got a lot of flavor, but it imparts that Parmesan quality into your food. So a little bit of the sort of Parmesan saltiness and that kind of nutty quality that you get with Parmesan cheese. You also have the option of just putting a little chunk inside of your rice. The same thing, kind of just absorbs that, the rice sort of absorbs that Parmesan quality, and it adds this level of depth that is worth every bit of the Parmesan cost. So one other thing, there are a lot of things you can do. The one other thing I really highly recommend is to go ahead and shave it all the way down until you can't get any more, cheese off of it. Maybe slice it a little thin, but slice it and cut it into chunks, and then put those under your broiler, and you're gonna brown them in your oven under the broiler. You're gonna brown them, and then when they're done, pull them out, set them to the side, let them kind of harden up a little bit, and you can eat them just like that. They're a little chewy. They're okay. They're a little chewy. My recommendation is to chop them up or shred them, and then use them sort of like Parmesan croutons in a salad, or stir it into a biscuit mix or into bread mix. You can also maybe put them over pizza, finish a pizza with the nice little shredded Parmesan, because it's this like toasted, nutty, it's great. So, anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there. I think it's kind of a cool thing to use up every bit of the ingredients that you use, especially when you're spending as much money as you do when you buy Parmesan, real Parmigiano. So anyway, if you guys like this video, please like this video. Feel free to subscribe. Actually, I encourage you to do it. And also share it with your friends. Otherwise, you guys have a great week. We'll see you later. Bye.